So God is saying what you are experiencing may seem like a lot to bear. He's saying that He has not brought you this far to leave you. If you continue to push ahead and accept the process He is taking you through, you will begin to see things much clearer. You will have a better understanding of what was happening all along in the background of your life. You will be able to see what He has been preparing you for all this time. He's saying that a lot of people are going through a lot of obstacles in this time. Some of you have been going through these difficult and challenging times in your life for weeks now. For others, months, even years, okay? You were dealing with hardship, but God is speaking constantly about how you must endure. You have to endure. You cannot give up. He wants you to receive everything that He has for you. Some of you already know the promises that God has spoken over your life. But the thing is, you have to go through a process in order to get there. Now, the reason why God doesn't let us know the process is because if He allows us to know the process, many would have given up. They wouldn't stick with the process. Okay? If He told you, you'll tell God, I don't think I'm capable of doing it. It seems like a lot. And so that's why God never shows every detail, because a lot of people would not be able to handle seeing it right then and there. Even now, people are going through a lot right now, and many feel the urge to want to give up. So believe me, He knows exactly what He is doing when He doesn't show us every detail of our lives. And so trusting the process is tied with faith, having faith in God, believing that, no matter how the situation appears, He is in control. Even though you are going through a time of hardship, and even though you don't understand, some things, you feel a sense of uneasiness, you feel as if your life is going haywire, know that God has given you the ability to overcome whatever you are going through. Don't think that you are going through these things by yourself. You have to always remember that God is with you. God is standing there with you. He is seeing what is going on in your life, okay? So do not give up at this point of your life, Go through what He is taking you through so that He can stretch your faith and really show you how to trust in Him. If we look at Matthew chapter 14, verse 25 to verse 31, it says, "And in the fourth watch of the night Jesus went unto them walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw Him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It is a spirit. And they cried out for fear. But straightway Jesus spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered Him and said, Lord, if it be Thou, bid me come unto Thee on the water. And He said, Come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. So when Jesus told Peter to come towards Him, Peter was confident about walking on the water. And so if we look at verse 30, it says, But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and he began to sink. And so he cried out to Jesus, to save him. And so some of you are looking at what is going on currently in the physical, in the natural, right? And you are looking at it just like Peter, Even though Jesus was there with Peter, Peter still was afraid. He wasn't focused on Jesus. And a lot of times, sometimes when people lose their focus, they start to look at the problem, the situation they are going through. they start to look at what they lack in the natural and not realizing, God is right there. God is with them. He is with them through the storm. Peter started to sink, okay? First he was walking on the water, but then he started to sink. The minute he started to lose his focus, his eyes wasn't fixed on Jesus. His eyes was fixed on the wind, the boisterous wind. That was when he started to sink, okay? So while you're going through your storm, do not look at the storm. Look at Jesus, okay, who is in control of all things, who is in control of your life. Because if you continue to look at the storm you are going through from a natural stance, you're going to find yourself sinking and going down, okay? And so in that moment, as Peter started to call out to Jesus, to save him, then Jesus immediately stretched out his hand and caught him. And so that's when Jesus said, "O thou of little faith, wherefore did thou doubt?" So Peter doubted Jesus. Jesus gave him the command to come towards him, to walk on the water. He did it, but he allowed what he saw to change his direction, to cause him to lose his focus, okay? Because he allowed fear to creep in. And so you don't allow fear to creep in your life. You don't allow what you are seeing right now to redirect you into a new direction, a direction God never wanted you to go. Be intentional about trying to keep your mind on the Lord. A good way of doing that is meditating on scripture. Don't allow the current situation you are in to cause you to lose confidence in who God is, okay? God is bigger than the storm that you are facing. Your breakthrough comes through your endurance. So you have to endure, you have to persevere so that you will see the promises manifest, okay? So that's all the Lord wanted me to say in this video. And so you just remember that God is faithful and He is true. Bye.